The new fans are sucking the fucking life out of the WNBA right now. It's just the truth. You are right, new fans. There has never been more viewership because of Caitlin Clatk. There's never been more attention. But you know what there was in the WNBA last year and the years prior? There was other storylines. There was joy. There was talk of competition. There was talk of what was actually happening on the court. And all there is right now is a culture war. It is a them versus you, a you versus them. There is othering. It is gross. It is not fun. It is not engaging. There's no nuance in this situation anymore. So I'm done waiting for the next time because she's going to get fouled again, guys. The idea of talking about the W at this point, exhausting. I'm already.
So as we put one controversy to bed, how about we just ratchet up another one?
Hello.
Because the U.S. Olympic roster was leaked today. And here are the names that are officially making said roster. And we got to give a big shout out to 5-time gold medalist, now 6-time Diana Taurasi, who turns 42 on Tuesday. And she'll be joined by her Mercury teammate, Brittany Griner. You take a look at this list, some newcomers as well, first-time Olympians, Alyssa Thomas, who at 32 years old becomes the oldest women's basketball player for Team USA to make her first roster. There's Sabrina Ionescu, and of course, your star of last night, Kalia Copper as well. Notably, the name that is not on that list is Caitlin Clatk. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think obviously people are going to be fired up about Caitlin Clatk not being on the team, especially Caitlin Clatk fans that love Caitlin's game. And Caitlin is having a phenomenal season. But what I want people to think about is, one, FIBA rules, like people that are just getting to the WNBA and seeing how physical this game is, FIBA and international basketball is 10 times more physical. I have a lot of friends who are guards that go overseas to play, and guards struggle with that initial physicality of overseas basketball. So that is an elite level of physicality. And two, most of the women that made this team competed in Belgium. They're familiar with each other. They played in camp together. And that familiarity, especially because the competition internationally has gone up, it's skyrocketed. The familiarity with the team has to be something that the committee took into consideration when putting this team together.
So I love it when you speak because I love to write notes. When you talk about physicality, I know exactly what that means. I grew up in the pipeline of USA basketball, and you really want to make your bread and butter building equity so that you are selected. But when you speak of physicality, I played in Italy, I played in China, my sister played in China, and multiple years in Russia. It is actually 10 times more physical, and that's been the topic of the physicality of the W. Wait until you see the overseas ball. And speaking of the international competition, when I look at this entire roster, to me, they want experience.
Yeah.
They truly want experience. People that have played overseas, people that have built up that equity playing in the WNBA, people of names that they have known. You can take a look right here because that's what it shows me. Now, the biggest point here, and this is what I want to bring home. Team USA has won 7 gold medals straight because of their motto, team before me. They don't care who really gets the credit as long as they leave with a gold medal. Yep. What has been the discourse this season, besides the play on the floor? It's been, who do we attribute, who do we give credit to for the growth of the women's game and the WNBA and the moment that we're in right now? I believe Team USA looks at the roster and they have experience, but they also don't want the distraction that comes. Now, me as a fan of Caitlin Clatk, I would have loved to see her on this international stage, but I understand that Team USA constructs their roster not necessarily on fandom, but completing the mission. And I think that's what we see right now.
Also, just think about this. One, it's really difficult for a player coming right out of college to make the Olympic team because you miss camps, like I said earlier. But let's think about Breanna Stewart, right? She made the Olympic team when she was a rookie. Who was the coach of that team? Gino Auriemma. I'm not saying that's why she made the team, but there's a familiarity there that's going to help her be successful. There were also 4 other Connecticut Huskies on that team to help Stewie in her first Olympics. That's not the situation for Caitlin. Cheryl Reeve, who's the head coach, she's not familiar with Caitlin Clatk, and the team's not familiar with Caitlin.
But look, when you've been the preeminent dominant force in international basketball for 7 Olympic cycles straight, you'll realize that you can play loose and fast with who you want on the team. I know this personally, seeing my sister and Candace Parker being left off the squad. If you look at the point guards, I think that recent history now, they're trying to right some wrongs and build with experience. But overall, the point guards, there's going to be question marks about Chelsea Gray, who has yet to step on the floor for the Las Vegas Aces, and question marks even on Diana at 41. So yes, they're trying to right some wrongs, but also you have to look at what those circumstances of the past now open you up for.
Diana does lead the league in three-point percentage, and I would just say this to add to the discourse that's inevitably going to happen all week long. Who would you take off?
Yeah.
Start there. Who on that list would you take off?
Caitlin is going to have plenty more opportunities.
She's killing it right now.
We will see her. She is playing so well.
Rookie of the month.
Rookie of the month. She's putting up historical numbers. Caitlin's having a phenomenal season, and this is going to be motivation for her moving forward.
And how satisfying for Caitlin that she's getting everybody's best defense and she's still finding a way to thrive
Thriving.
and excel. Our next
If there's a way to get a crowd excited when your team's down by 20+, that's it.
This is what we have not seen in the WNBA. We've seen players who can dunk the basketball if they get out in transition, get their feet set, but not off of 2 feet in the half court.
Perhaps the most anticipated rookie class in the league's 17-year history as Griner goes flying in with the two-handed jam right on cue. This crowd has not seemed to score.
A lot of people are pissed because Caitlin Clatk did not make the Olympic team this year. Would I be mad if Caitlin Clatk was on the team? No. Am I mad that Caitlin Clatk is not on the team? No. Why would I be? Do you guys not see this roster? We have multiple champions, MVPs, All-Stars, all WNBA, and gold medalists on the team. Serious question. Who's going to stop Asia Wilson and Breonna Stewart when they're on the floor together? That's unguardable. Cheat code. We got Nafisa Coley, Brittany I Can Dunk Griner, Kalia Copper, champion, Jackie Young, back-to-back champion. We cannot discredit these women. If we go through each individual player's awards, we'll be here for 3 days straight, at least. I think people are forgetting the main objective, which is to win a gold medal. And this is a gold medal team.
I know everybody's mad that Caitlin didn't make this roster, man, but she's got to earn her stripes, bro. She's been in the league for what, 12 games now? Like, all these women have paid their dues. They're all dogs. And, like, who you going to put her over, honestly? Can't name one of these guards I'm putting her over. All the young goons gonna have their time. Caitlin will get in there. Angel, Cameron, Paige, Juju, when they get to WNBA, they all gonna have their time. But people doing the most, man. Like, obviously Caitlin's gonna fill the stands more than anyone. But just let her pay her dues, man. She'll get there. She will definitely get there. I don't know where the 2028 Olympics is, but guarantee she's going to be on that roster.
Hey, everybody. I don't know what's going on with my voice, but it's Van Silk from WNBA Ballers. Listen, man, been an exciting day of basketball. The Sky lost to Atlanta Dream. I told my friend, watch out for the Atlanta Dream. They're a good team. And the Liberty defeated the undefeated Suns today. Now, let's check this out. I made a video today about the Dream Team. And everybody's complaining about Caitlin Clatk should be on the team. Like, who would they cut? They don't need nobody to score. We need people to play defense. But this is what I did. And this is WNBA Ballers with Van Silk on Rock Bottom Sports. You can check us out on Wnba.com. So what I did, I gathered some videos of real WNBA fans, real sports fans. Let them give you their opinion. Like, what make these people, Caitlin Clatk fans, think that she should be on the Team USA? The same narrative, well, she bring eyes. Listen, this is international basketball. They don't care about Caitlin Clatk. Y'all just want her to win a championship the easiest way. To play with these great players. What is she going to add? But check out what these people got to say. And make sure you watch this right here on WNBA Ballers Rock Bottom Sports with Van Silk. I'm out.
Old guards kept Caitlin Clatk off the national team. So let's break down this tweet and this statement so we can all have a better understanding of what's going on. So before people start spreading the message that it's current WNBA vets that kept Caitlin Clatk off the roster, that is not the case here. What this is alluding is that there's been long time either like retired vets, coaches, referees, they were the ones making this decision, not the current players, so keep them out of it. So then the statement goes into the concern for the Caitlin Clatk fans reacting to her getting limited minutes on this team. Like, they have a stacked roster of experienced players that will play at this international level that Caitlin just hasn't grown into yet. Like, she's so new, she's so young. And it's very easy to say, well, why not just give her a roster spot and let her go? Like, she's good enough to be on this team. Fair, but if she's going to be on this team, people are going to expect her to play. And if she doesn't play, that's going to be a problem. Like, don't act like you guys are going to be okay with her just, like, riding the bench and just, like, being happy to be there. If she's going to be on that team, people are going to expect her to play, and that's the best way to market it. That is the best business strategy, is for her to play. And I was talking to my boyfriend about this point. I was like, if she was on that team, like, she's got to play. That's it. She has to be on the starting five, and she's not good enough to do that yet. And let's look at the bright side. Imagine how good her Olympic debut is going to feel for everybody in 4 years. The build-up, the anticipation, the hype, and she's going to have way more experience under her belt to where she'll feel comfortable. We don't want to set Caitlin Clatk up to fail, and she is not ready to be in that starting rotation.
This shit's getting out of hand. You're crying because she didn't make the U.S. team. It's not about popularity for the U.S. team. You do know that, right? It's about, can they contribute to winning that gold medal? And let me tell you, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 back-to-back WNBA champions on this roster. A couple from the runner-up team, and just straight vets, bro. This has nothing to do with. She's talking about, oh, it could have brought them so much. Olympics don't need help with viewership. I hope you know that, lady. They don't. Because guess what? The whole fucking world's watching, not just United States. It's the whole world watching this shit. And last time I checked, the WNBA, not the WNBA, but the Team USA women's basketball team don't need Caitlin Clatk, bro. They've been winning gold since the women been able to compete in the Olympics, bro. If I'm not mistaken, they've been the last few championships been number one, been going to. It's the men who got the problem. That's why they forming the fucking Avengers over there with LeBron, Curry, Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and the rest of them motherfuckers. All they really do need is Kyrie, but they ain't gonna put that man out there because he be talking that craziness. But that's besides the point. But yeah, lady, Olympics don't give a fuck about viewership because the whole world's watching, not just United States. So your argument of why she should be on this list is stupid.
So this is the 2024 Paris Olympics women's basketball roster. Before you get upset that there's not a Caitlin Clatk or an Angel Reese on this roster, before you get upset, just remember that USA Basketball on the women's side has won 7 straight gold medals going back to 1996. They lost it in 92, but they won it in 88. So they have won 8 of the last 9 gold medals available for women's basketball. I like Caitlin, I like Angel, I like Camilla. USA Basketball is going to be okay. 8th gold medal coming right now.
The Olympics are not a popularity contest. The Olympics are the best of the best athletes from each country competing against each other. The whole Caitlin Clatk thing is wild. Some people, okay, I would understand your argument if you're saying she's better than at least someone on that team, on that roster, which I don't know if she is. If you think she is, make your case. However, the people that are saying, oh, that would be dumb, she drives viewership up, it's the Olympics. It's the Olympics. Like, people are gonna watch the Olympics regardless. It's wild to think that, like, because she's popular, she should be on a roster. She should be, maybe if you think she's better than someone on the roster, yeah, that's fine. But, like, the popularity, again, it's so, I feel bad for Caitlin at this point. Like, the discourse about her is just day after day must be exhausting. I'm glad she doesn't get on social media too often because, Jesus, what do you guys think?